If you find yourself constantly stressing over what people think about you, whether they like you or not, how they respond to you, bestie, it's time for a reality check. You are emotionally dependent on others. You are living to please or impress others instead of focusing on yourself and your own growth. If you've ever wished you could just stop caring about other people's opinions and just live your best life, I promise you, you're in the right place. Hey Lavish League, and welcome back to my channel, and a very warm welcome to all the new viewers joining us today. If you're looking for life-changing tips on how to unlock and unleash your very best self, I promise you, I've got everything you need. So don't forget to hit that subscribe button to stay in the know. In today's video, in 2 parts, I'm gonna show you how to master detachment and completely transform your life, boosting both your confidence and your overall happiness. In part 1, we're gonna explore what detachment truly means. Then in part 2, we're gonna dive into practical ways for you to become detached and enter your unbothered era. By the end of this video, I promise you will have all the tips to become the unbothered queen you were always meant to be. So grab your notebooks and let's dive in. So what is detachment? First, we need to talk about being bothered. Being bothered means letting every little thing get under your skin. Like freaking out when your Instagram post doesn't get enough likes, or feeling absolutely crushed by some offhand comment a hater gives you. Sounds exhausting, right? Well, detachment is the exact opposite. Detachment is honestly like having an invisible shield that protects your self-worth from all of that nonsense. It means separating your identity and self-worth from external factors and opinions, focusing on your own personal growth and happiness instead. So if social media likes and messy comments from people you know are messing with your mind, detachment is knowing that your value isn't tied to those numbers or those comments. Realizing that you and the essence of everything you are is absolutely amazing, no matter what others think, and finding your own confidence and peace from within. The law of detachment itself is about trusting the process and letting go of the need to control every single possible outcome. But don't get confused. Detachment doesn't mean being cold or indifferent. It's actually about gaining emotional resilience and freedom. When you emotionally detach, you're protecting your energy. Think of it as sort of a superpower that helps you stay calm and focused no matter what chaos is going on around you. Like the eye of the storm, calm, centered, and unbothered. Detachment is about staying grounded and true to yourself, regardless of what others say. Like I said before, I feel like there's a lot of misconceptions about detachment. It's not about being a robot or acting like, you're indifferent and don't care about anything going on around you. It's about setting healthy emotional boundaries so that you can stay centered and focused on what really matters. While some people may think that it means you're indifferent, it actually means that you care deeply, but just about the right things and letting go of all the rest. It's about choosing where to invest your emotional energy wisely. By letting go of your need for all types of external validation, you protect your energy and become more resilient. It enables you to unlock a new level of self-assuredness where you're no longer being held back by other people's opinions. And I honestly cannot think of a better way to live. All right, so now that we know what detachment is and why it's important, let's dive into how you can actually become detached and enter your unbothered era. Here's 7 practical tips to help you become a master of detachment. Accept what is and don't take things personally. You need to be honest with yourself and realize you can't control what other people think and feel. Their opinions are just that. Opinion. The best way to do this is just to think about it critically. Every single person on earth views the world through their own unique lens, and that lens is shaped by their own personal experiences, biases, and insecurities. When somebody criticizes you and offers an unsolicited opinion about your life, it says so much more about them than it does you. You need to realize that people's words are filtered through their perspective, not the actual objective truth. So why, tell me why, should you let their opinions dictate your self-worth? Instead, you need to create your own standards for what success, happiness, and fulfillment looks like to you. And you need to strive to meet those goals, not the goals of other people. By focusing on your own goals and values, you take back control of your life and free yourself from the need for external validation, whether that be from your family, from friends, from boyfriends, from girlfriends, whoever it is. You free yourself from that prison. This one's gonna be a little controversial because it does hit hard to home. Stop creating fantasies about people or situations that don't actually exist. And if you find yourself attached to something that you don't wanna be, that is a clear sign that you're bored and it's time to get a life. Instead of creating these delusional fantasies that don't exist outside of the confines of your mind, you should divert that energy into finding hobbies, passions, interests, and goals that make you fulfilled and fill that void that you might be looking for by creating these fantasies. Our minds are so powerful, and sometimes that big brain energy can create unrealistic fantasies about people and situations. And by creating these fantasies, this can lead to disappointment and attachment to things that just simply aren't real. So when you catch yourself daydreaming about about an idealized version of something or somebody or a situation, it's time to reel yourself down and come back to reality. Focus on what you can control, your actions and your interests. By filling your life with things to work for, something to be driven towards, meaningful activities, you're not gonna be living in la la land anymore. Stop living in fear of what other people think. Living in fear of what other people think about you is a prison of your own design. Why would you put yourself in jail? If nobody has ever told you this before, listen to what I'm telling you now. You will never measure up to anyone's expectations of you. Never. There's nothing you can do. There is no goal you can reach. There is no mountain peak you can top that will reach the expectations that other people have for you. I promise you this. You only need to live life to meet your expectations. This means also not trying to read people's minds. I promise other people are so busy with their own lives to ever truly care about what you have going on, or the little minute details that you harp on about yourself, your little insecurities. Worrying about other people's opinions is only gonna trap you in a cycle of self-doubt and anxiety. You need to be really sitting and thinking and defining what success and happiness means to you, and then pursue those goals. Focus on your own journey and ignore the background noise of other people's thoughts. When you do this, you liberate yourself from unnecessary stress and live more authentically. Rejection is a great way to build emotional resilience. You need to start putting yourself outside your comfort zone and learn how to handle rejection. By doing different methods of rejection therapy, you start to desensitize yourself to the fear of it. I know, it might sound scary, but I promise you it is so empowering. And practicing rejection therapy doesn't need to be some huge task, right? You can start small, like randomly asking for a discount at a store, requesting a favor from an absolute stranger, or pitching an idea that you have that might get turned down. Each of these little rejections teaches you that a no is not the end of the world. Honestly, I feel like if more people did rejection therapy, the world would just be a better place. Over time, by doing rejection therapy, you'll become way more comfortable with taking risk and also dealing with setbacks that you may have in your life, that everybody has in their life. Setting boundaries is another essential aspect of detachment. You need to speak up and learn to say no to things that do not serve your well-being. If you don't communicate your needs and limits clearly and assertively, how are people gonna know them? How would people respect them? When you don't have boundaries, unfortunately, you're a pushover, and that's nothing that you ever want to be. You need to remember it's okay to prioritize yourself. That's not selfish. You need to be prioritizing your mental and emotional health above everything. Setting boundaries isn't about being selfish, it's about self-preservation. It's about recognizing and respecting who you allow to have a right to your time, your space, and your energy. You shouldn't be giving any of those things to people who do not respect your boundaries. When you say no to things that don't align with your own values and energy, you're actually saying yes to yourself and your well-being. So be clear and assertive when communicating your boundaries. It's okay to tell a friend that you need alone time, or declining an invitation to an outing because you need rest or you just don't feel like going. By doing this, you're actually teaching other people how to treat you and showing that you have respect for yourself. Because if you don't have respect for yourself, how is anybody ever gonna have respect for you? Next, you wanna develop your sense of self. And the way that you develop this sense of self is by spending alone time. You need to be exploring your own thoughts and desires and putting yourself outside your comfort zone. Spending alone time is crucial for your personal growth. It allows you to connect with your inner self, understand your true desires, and build an overall just stronger sense of self. So challenge yourself to try new things by yourself that are outside of your comfort zone. Whether it's trying a new hobby, traveling alone, or even something as small as going to dinner by yourself. All of these different experiences help you become more resilient and self-reliant. Last but not least is be kind to yourself. I know it may sound so simple, but I feel like most people don't do it enough. You want to be treating yourself with the same kindness, maybe even better than you would offer your close friends. When things don't go as planned or you experience failures, it's so easy to be absolutely brutal to yourself. Instead, you want to be constantly reminding yourself that these setbacks are a part of the natural growth process. So you want to always be practicing positive self-talk and replace that self-criticism with affirmations and encouragement. Doing this will always help you stay aligned with your true self and resist the pull that other people's external validations may have on you. This is going to help you continue on your path of growth and grow into the absolute best version of yourself you were always destined to be. So to wrap it all up, mastering detachment means to embrace what is, setting your own standards, not taking things personally, focus on your own growth, building resilience, and setting boundaries. All of these steps are a ticket to living a life where you are in control of your happiness, not anyone else. If this video resonated with you, make sure you hit that thumbs up and share this video with anyone you think needs to hear this message. Now it's officially time to enter your unbothered era. Remember, you have the power to shape your own destiny. So remember, stay positive, stay strong, stay beautiful, and always prioritize your own well-being. Your happiness is in your hands. Until next time, I love you guys so much, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.
Kissing, I hope the cuddles whether they like it or not. I wanna show you up. I wanna show you up. I wanna brag about it. I wanna tie the knot. I wanna show you up. I wanna show you up. I wanna show you up. Yeah.